This week, on the first episode of Two Noobs for 2024, state rulings on Trump eligibility have Matt agreeing with Gavin Newsom. Are we sure the Mayans didn't predict the world would actually end in 2024? Then, New York is trying to pass a few sketchy laws for rest stop restaurants. Look, I know we all like Chick-fil-A, but this is not how we get it on Sundays. Next, California wants you to drink sewer water. There's no joke there. And then finally, some actual and proposed rule changes in the MSL and MLB. But what would we change instead? We're smart. Start the music. And with that, we welcome you to the new year, even though it's not really a new year right this second.
Well, when we're recording, yeah, but when this episode drops, it'll be the new year, baby. 2024.
2024.
Woo! Okay.
This is, all right, that's enough. We're gonna, instead of dropping balls, we're going to drop John in right back.
There we go.
There you go.
So for episode 170, I'm told that Jewelry John Tracy is over here.
There you go.
This is Mattress Matt Craig.
Sleeping it off,
Interesting.
I guess.
I'm Stopcock Steve Merrick. I feel like I'm a faucet.
Okay.
Oh, my.
We like to.
Interesting.
Exactly. Yo. Oh, man.
Gentlemen, this is the first time we've been on since before Christmas. And how was your Christmas? I'll start with Mr. Tracy since you're the far one.
Yeah.
Okay. It was Christmas. It was good.
There you go.
It's nothing really. We don't really, go all out. We, kids got some things. It was fun. Played a lot of Mario Kart.
There you go. Yeah. Did you win at all or no?
I was pretty good in the beginner's luck, but after a while, it just, I don't know. I have a beef with Baby Luigi. I'm coming after you. I don't like you. You're a scumbag.
Well,
you've cost me so many races.
What you got to do, John, is you got to get Bowser because he's just big and huge, and you just run him over.
There you go. There you go.
That's how you handle that. All this. Mr. Matt, how was your Christmas?
All good. Busy Christmas Eve. 3 church services. I'm never going to do that again. That was a lot one day.
Wow.
Suit and a tie the whole day. But yeah, it was really something else. But great time. Pfeffernuss cookies were a big hit in the family, which was great. They're a German spice cookie, if you don't know what that is. Before you look it up on Wikipedia, it's a German spice cookie. It's really good.
It's Pfeffer.
It's Pfeffernuss. Pronounced with the in front.
We like to be phonetic here on Two Noobs.
Of course. Yeah. But yeah, all good. All good. Had a great holiday. Yeah, it was awesome. Great to be with you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I was remiss when we did topic 4 in our
you missed the
episode. I missed the George Michael song, which is so I'm right again.
Yeah.
Last
Remember,
Christmas,
it was Dan. That's
this is Dan. I forgot to mention it. And I heard it. I think it was the day after Christmas. No, it was the Friday before Christmas. I went to record it, and they were playing it. I'm like, oh, this one.
You're right, damn it.
This is why Target should be completely shut down because of that reason.
I disagree. I was able to buy something stupid and eggs all in one place. So that was...
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Also, I found out after Christmas the gift I should have asked for.
I
yes.
did see this, yes.
I'm going to flash this up right here.
Yeah.
This is basically 2 wooden frame dolls in a sword fight with pins, and their heads are made out of balloon.
Yes. That sums up Steve Merry so many ways that I can't even tell you.
I loved it. I loved it.
Perfect.
I saw it in action. I saw that thing going in action. All I can think of is City Challenge. It's just like the sand just come in and poke. It was just so funny.
That is the most fantastic gift I think I've ever seen. That's going to be on my Christmas list next year.
Love it.
There you go.
I love it.
We're going to... Frank Thomas is alive, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
Big hurt.
Well, that's good.
Apparently, Fox News mixed him up with a different Frank Thomas when they were doing their 2023 memoriam.
Oh, that
and Mr.
sucks.
Thomas had to take the 2 and remind everyone that he is still alive and taking Nugenix Total T.
You know, I heard a rumor that the Phillies.
He totally is still 300 pounds though.
What?
Yeah, what was that, Johnny?
He still is 300 pounds.
So, oh yeah, for sure. I thought maybe years ago, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I thought the Phillies were originally going to draft him. Like they were this close to draft him, but they didn't. I forget who they picked up and when he was drafted, what year.
Probably somewhere really bad.
Yes.
And we blocked it all out.
Yeah. That was probably late 80s, which was, tail end of Schmidt's career. And when we didn't really have any business being.
Oh, yeah. When we were just drafting white outfielders. That couldn't hit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we took Jose de Jesus.
That's probably true. Yeah.
It would not shock me.
Yeah, look that up.
All right. Well, before we get on too much of a rant there, let's get to the real rant, the over 40, and the fun fact, which are brought to you by W Energy Drinks. Visit w.gg. That's spelled DUBBY.gg. Enter the promo code 2 Noobs Talking, TOONOO Talking. Get 10% off your order. Matt will deliver it in a Santa suit, even though we're post-Christmas.
There you go. Why not?
All right, John, you got the fun fact allegedly, so let's hear it.
Okay. Sorry. My fun fact will start with it's a movie thing. So the sound of the lion roaring at the MGM beginning is actually a tiger.
You're kidding.
I think I knew that.
I did know that too, but I saw it. I was like, I wonder if all three of us knew it. And
no, I thought it was a lion. To be perfectly honest.
So did I. Well, I mean, there's a lion on the screen.
Yeah.
So, but the actual roar is the tiger. So I always just assumed it was a lion. Like, why would Hollywood lie to us?
I feel like they do that with a lot of large cats. They all have distinctive roars, and they mix them up. Like they give Puma kind of the the hissing or growl thing. They give that to lions and tigers in cinema sometimes. It grates on me a little bit because I'm like, you can't just use the actual animals noise. You gotta make it up. Crazy.
I'm pretty sure if you went out to Africa and just tracked down a lion, if you got a little close, he would roar at you and you could record it.
If you just go to a zoo. Yeah, when we went to the Pittsburgh Zoo last year, we were there early and we were standing there while a lion was going off for no reason. But
he was hungry.
He might as well. Right?
Know.
You never know. Oh my gosh.
So is that all you got? Or you got one more?
No, that's about it. That's about it. I
did
did see a really cool. Speaking of cats, I did see probably the best meme this morning. It was a cat that had torn up the toilet paper, and he was on the sink, and he's looking forward, and the meme read, "Steve, breakfast is at 6 a.m. Not 6:05, not 6:10, not 6:30."
That's
I just busted out laughing. I was like, that is awesome.
That is awesome.
That's about right. The cat I had growing up, she would get on my dresser and knock things off the dresser until I got up in the morning.
Amazing. She couldn't sleep in
one
that.
clock.
No. She's like, no, you got to feed me now. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, no. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, man.
Just like your hockey puck on the floor. There you go.
Oh, all right. Well, for the over 40 rant, and speaking of cats, I had nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Great line.
That's one quite rant right there. I'll say that right now.
You take it away from there.
Yeah, exactly. I have a complaint I'd like to lodge towards Visa and MasterCard. Your gift cards completely suck. I cannot figure them out to save my life, especially when I'm trying to order shit online. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I have tried, like, whenever I want to put, let's just say, all right, it's day after Christmas. I didn't get what I want, but I'm going to go to Amazon and want to buy something. And I can't use the gift card that was been gifted to me. I'm like, I can't figure you out. I can't. Can someone please in the comments help me? I'm serious. Like, right in the comment section, like right now, how do you figure this out with these Visa gift cards? Because I can't figure it out.
So you're saying you can't pay on Amazon with a Visa gift card?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's terrible. Off.
That seems rather short-sighted.
Yeah. It's like, what's the gift card for then? It's a waste of time.
Amazon is really good at that.
They want you to buy Amazon gift, which I get a lot.
Hey,
Yeah, but if you have, okay, yes, but the gift card I began with, so you can spend it anywhere.
Except Amazon.
Except for Amazon.
Amazon's evil.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. I want it to work, but I can't get it to work. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I do agree that seems like a deficiency.
Yeah.
Given the prevalence of Amazon and how many people buy stuff off of Amazon, and given the prevalence of Visa and MasterCard, their credit cards are accepted at Amazon. So
yeah, but why would two really big companies be able to work together? That just doesn't make sense. That's not how the world works. But if you want to put your debit card on Amazon, you could take a picture of it, and it will have all the information in there immediately.
And that's not the least bit scary at all. That's not the least bit scary at all.
All you do, scan my card. It's like, hello, got all your information.
Sure,
what
not?
Can I?
Go ahead.
Let me just enroll you in push pay, so you just press a button and you pay for it.
That one-click pay scares the crap out of me.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am very nervous whenever I'm in there because I like to use, when I can, I like to use the cash back on my card.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least give me the order confirmation before I hit the click.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Please
Exactly.
confirm your order.
Yeah.
I would
like to know that I
purchased like 3 times.
I would
Please
like to
confirm your
know I
order.
purchased it before I purchased it.
Right.
No, exactly.
Right?
No,
Yeah, we have
no.
we have a rule. We do not allow cards, credit cards, debit cards. It doesn't matter. Nothing's on Amazon. We are old school, and when we purchase something on Amazon, typing it in every time.
Yeah.
There's just no reason to, because of the reason I told you with we didn't have that, and then they wiped the kids' Amazon tablet because we didn't have a pay thing. That's all they want is your card on file. That shocks me that they wouldn't want to just steal your gift card money.
Right?
I'm sure if you call customer service, they will steal your money for you.
No, you don't call customer service anymore, John. You go to an AI chatbot, and it tells you what to do.
It tells you to eat magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
And hold on for a minute.
Speaking of weird information, topic 1, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yes.
We kick off the new year.
Yeah, kick off the new year talking about somebody we really didn't want to talk about.
Oh, boy.
Nope. Have no interest.
All right. So, in case you've been living under a rock, Donald Trump gets in trouble a lot.
No.
He's good at it. He's good at it.
And some states are trying to keep him off of the Republican ballot for the primaries in the 2024 election, which I've already started getting text messages. Not him.
Yeah, I kind of like brace yourselves, guys, for this seriously, because this is not going to be a good.
If you thought 2020 was bad, this is going to
be. This is going to be pretty bad.
This is.
Now,
right.
Buckle up.
Okay, so I got a timeline right here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
December 19th.
Kyle.
This year, or last year for you people, this year for
us. Yeah.
Yes.
There.
Colorado Supreme Court decided by a 4-3 vote, was a surprise, that Trump was disqualified from appearing on the Colorado Republican primary ballot.
Okay.
That ruling was based on the 14th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of this country. Prohibiting.
This one, not another one?
Yes, this one. Not Mexico, John. This one.
I swear from the way they say the ruling, it's Venezuela. But, you know.
Well,
but I'm glad to find out that they're actually using the American Constitution. That's good.
That amendment prohibits anyone who engaged in insurrection or rebellion from holding public office. The court held that Trump's role, quote, whatever that was, in the violence that occurred January 6, 2021, constituted insurrection so as to invoke that amendment. Now, the Colorado Republican Party has appealed the decision to the U.S. Supreme Court, and Trump himself is expected to appeal, if he has not already by the time you folks see this.
Yep.
Ruling has been put on hold pending that appeal, so as of now, he is on the primary ballot.
Okay.
All right. December 27th, the Michigan Supreme Court denied an appeal of a lower court ruling that said Trump could remain on the ballot. So Michigan went opposite to Colorado and said he stays.
Yep.
All right, December 28th. What? December 28th. Maine Secretary of State Shenna Bellows
And
Idiot.
overall loon. Yeah, go on.
Democrat, you got to throw that out, ruled on her own that Trump did not qualify to be on the ballot for similar reasons as what the Colorado Supreme Court said. However, he will remain on the ballot in Maine while the matter goes through the proper court review channel. That same day, California's Secretary of State, Dr. Shirley Weber, also a Democrat incidentally, declined to remove Trump from California's ballot. And even Governor Newsom has scoffed at the efforts to remove Trump from the ballot.
Which scares me because I don't know why Two-Face is trying to do that, Johnny, honestly.
Yeah, he's making sense and it's weird. I'm uncomfortable.
Well, you
I'm
guys
used to
know
him just blah, 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 and now it's like, wow, damn, I actually agree with you.
yeah. Well, you guys know where I stand with Trump. I hate his guts.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're allowed to. And I don't think people would argue that with you. Like, he's not appealing to many people.
No,
he's not. But what's going on in Colorado and Maine just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, bad precedent being set for sure. Yeah, I guess I could read the 14th Amendment. I think just to give everybody a kind of a perspective on this. It's Section 3 of the 14th Amendment.
Well, before you read it,
okay,
let's give the history of it.
Yeah, so this is like post-Civil War that this happened, and this was part of the 12th, 13th, and 14th, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was 13, 14, 15.
There, okay, I'll go take your word for it. So this is after the Civil War, Union against the Confederacy, obviously, and this was written in response to the Confederacy. Section 3 says this, quote, "No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the U.S. or as a member of any state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability," end quote. And so therein lies the question, gents. Was January 6th an insurrection? Well, if you talk to most Democrats, it was. If you talk to most normal people, it wasn't. It was basically just tomfoolery and boobery at the highest level, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, which happens when you get a large a group of people in a area and don't give them
and the DC Capitol Police, who's just the most wonderful police force that our entire country could ever, said, you know what, people, here's the open door to the U.S. Capitol. I'm sure everybody won't mind if you walk right on in. Come on, it's like we break with this, all that.
Egg on a few people's faces. The mayor too, and the mayor didn't do what she was supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been, and that whole thing and the surrounding. I remember, John, when you and I were recording too, it was just the two of us doing this, and I was surprised, to be perfectly honest, because I remember walking around that day, and it was just like any normal particular day. And then it was just so happened that John and I were recording, and then all of a sudden it came through. There's this insurrection happening at the Capitol. I'm like, huh? Like, what the hell was going on? And you look into it, it's like, okay, you had a bunch of people that really didn't know any better.
A bunch of idiots.
It absolutely felt like it. Well, I mean, the way that it was reported the day of, it felt like something dastardly, and it was not good. But once the video came out weeks and weeks later, it was like, bunch of idiots. Got it.
Yeah. And so it became pretty plainly obvious to anybody that was paying attention that there was a lack of leadership, a lack of saying, hey, listen, all right, the election's over. Like, we've literally have turned the calendar year over. We can move on with our lives. Yeah, okay, Biden sucks. We get it. We understand it. But it's like, move on with your lives. People can move on and should move on. You know, and that's, but to call this an that he was mounting an insurrection, I mean, well, it doesn't fly, especially looking at the 14th Amendment and especially the historical context that we just did.
By the way, this is the first time this section of the 14th Amendment has ever come up apparently, in a court or it's been considered at all.
Yeah.
Because it never happened.
Which is that's like, it should be that way.
It
seems like it was put in place literally for we can't have South Carolina that is so Confederate and so hates our guts. We can't just have someone walk into the White House, right after the war. So I bet it makes sense back then. It makes no sense now.
Yeah.
No.
Well, as a defense, you mean? Yes. Yeah.
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 It made sense back then why they would. It always brings me back to Rogan's comedic thing where he goes, don't you think just in a weird way that if Thomas Jefferson would just teleport right here, he'd look at all of us and go, you really didn't write new shit? I did that with a pen and a fire, bro. Like you didn't help in any way. Yeah. And then he would disappear. It always reminds me of that when they bring things up that it doesn't seem like it flies here in this.
Not even close.
Well, what I want to get back to is this attempt to remove him from the ballot. I think we would all agree if there was a conviction for insurrection,
100%,
then I think you'd have quite a leg to stand on to enforce the 14th Amendment, Section 3, and say he does not belong on the ballot. I think that
right away. And I don't think you would have a single American that would say it was even people that are big Trump supporters. If you could prove in a court of law that and it was a conviction, I don't think everybody will wipe their hands of it. Just be like, all right, he's done. Later.
Yeah.
Right. But here you have at least two, and this is going on. It's not just these 4 states we're talking about. There's other states that are considering this.
Yes.
These are just the 4 most recently who have issued some kind of definitive ruling one way or the other. This is happening without any conviction. And it, as you said, seems to set a bad precedent here.
Yeah.
Just on a whim, you can make an allegation and kick somebody off a ballot. That reeks to me. I don't like it.
Yeah. Let your political opponents be the asses that they will eventually become to be.
Yes.
You know, in that regard, unless they commit treason against the United States or, lead an insurrection where all of a sudden they come back and, they try and get back into power. All for it. I totally agree. If there is a full-on conviction of him complete, and it's like without a shadow of a doubt that he's fully convicted, that he did in fact lead an insurrection down there on January 6th, all for it. I'm going to be on the ballot, period.
I'm not sure you can get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's a little hard to get it when you have really slimy people like whatever the hell her name is, who's not the governor anymore up there, Cheney. Like when you get a slime ball like Cheney running January 6th, people aren't going to look at it as, oh, well, that's just crackpot work right there. You did a great job, Liz Cheney. She's a scumbag all day long. Like her up there, like, we're going to get him is kind of scary because why did you bring her out of the doldrums of hell to be ahead of that committee?
Well, then to say, well, we're doing this to protect democracy. Give me a break. It's like you allow you protect democracy by allowing your opponents to be losers, essentially. They will eventually trip themselves up. That's what a democracy should do. They look and say, oh, this guy's a loser. Okay, we're not going to vote him in. That's ultimately how it should work. That's how it should work.
Let the people make a damn decision. They're so quick to protect us from ourselves. Yeah. That makes and you can see it with the American people hate politicians more now than ever. Stop talking.
Yeah.
Just let us. We'll deal with it every 4 years. It'll be fine. Like it's that overbearing parent syndrome. We as the American people understand what we're dealing with. We know who Donald Trump is. He's been around for a really long time. We know who he is. We know who Biden is. We understand this. We don't need your help to come out every 5 seconds and tell us we're stupid. Oh, we'll protect you from him because he's so evil.
Yeah.
No wonder he hates you, and I know why you hate him, so why don't you fight amongst yourselves over there and leave us out of it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing just smells of politics. It's not. It's not.
That's all it is.
Anything. It's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I would love nothing more than for Trump to be soundly defeated in the Republican primary. But the other candidates just can't help but trip and get in their own way.
They can't get out of their own way. Yeah.
No. And then you have Nikki Haley sticks foot in mouth promptly the other day. It's like, God,
she's good at that.
Well, that's the thing. I keep thinking back to what I was saying. I think it was a few months ago, guys. I said, I really wish we should get rid of like the 20-man debates and even the 10-man debates. Like you have 10 people up on stage and they're all trying to shout each other and to come up with that one great soundbite where it's like you don't have a one-on-one. Hey, let's get everybody in a room together. Let's talk it out, all that kind of stuff. This is what your policies are, all that kind of stuff. That's what we need to get back to, Johnny, I think.
I absolutely agree with you. I think they should do the weaning part amongst themselves. Though the idiots that are making these decisions should be listening to that stupidity when it's 20, when it's 10. When it gets down to 4, we could do like a Frozen 4 thing. You know what I mean? Like, get it down to get the stupidity out of the room, and then we can. I completely agree with Trump why he's not debating, because what's the point?
Yeah.
It's a shit show.
Yeah. You don't get anything accomplished.
He would just add to that shit show, and it wouldn't help anybody. I kind of like that he's not involved, because it would just add too much to that shit show.
Well, no question that the so-called debates that are happening now are more sound bites, and it's a matter of who can I out-shout in order to get my soundbite across, where there's very little meat to that bone, basically, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if you don't have anything substantive to follow somebody and say, yeah, okay, this guy's good enough to be president of the United States, it's a high calling.
I like how you pointed at me when you said this guy is good enough.
This guy is good enough over here. Right there. Illinois Smith, 2024.
Yep.
I think this whole episode just reinforces the fact that only scumbags run for office.
Very much.
Illinois Smith is not a scumbag. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not officially running for office. No.
And can I have a minute and just Ted Cruz, shut up. Okay, sorry. Still talking. I can't take it.
My campaign is purely through social media. I'm not officially on it.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like these people who run, I just feel like they want power. I just feel like I want to help do something.
But you're
American people versus American politics.
The amount of power that the president of the United States has would scare the absolute bejesus out of me. I wouldn't really want that.
Yeah, don't slip and hit that red button.
Yeah, right.
There's some things that you probably don't want to know. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably, like, the average person probably doesn't want to know what they know.
Well, John, if I get elected, John, I will make sure to tell you about those aliens.
I'm going to have gray hair like Clinton.
Are you going to tell me where the red button is, or?
Hell no. I don't trust you.
You're not allowed to know.
You're not allowed to.
Buttons.
I'm just sitting over here minding my own business.
That gets me my coffee.
Your coffee.
All right. Well, we're not done with stupid politicians.
We've only just started 2020.
I know, dude. What the hell?
God.
It's not my fault.
I know.
Is it November yet? Can we get this over?
Who else can stick their foot in their mouth before that?
Yeah, oh my God.
20 times over.
There are so many. There are so many. I love it. We haven't even touched on Arizona yet. Oh.
Arizona, where we have a professional hockey team playing in a college
stadium.
Yes.
But they're kicking ass. Coyotes, look out.
Flyers beat them, right?
Did they? They did, but they're still... Coyotes are still pretty good.
Yeah, they are pretty good. Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
I know, we're talking New York. You're one of your favorite places.
It is a beautiful state. I have vacationed there. It is fantastic.
State, yes.
It's absolutely a beautiful state. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, this applies to the whole state, but New York City is included part of it. So, screw them. So a bill was proposed in New York that would require restaurants at rest stops along the state's highway system to be open 7 days a week. So what's the problem? Well, on New York's Thruway, which starts at I-90 on the PA-New York border, Lake Erie, and it goes up through Buffalo, Rochester, Albany, and then back down to New York City where it ends on I-87 Bronx. 7 Chick-fil-A's are contracted at rest stops on that highway. And for those who don't have any clue, you're missing out on good chicken. They're closed on Sundays. According to the bill, this is from the bill directly, quote, while there is nothing objectionable about a fast food restaurant closing on a particular day of the week, service areas dedicated to travelers is an inappropriate location for such a restaurant. Publicly owned service areas should use their space to maximally benefit the public, allowing for retail space to go unused 1/7 of the week or more is a disservice and unnecessary inconvenience to travelers who rely on these service areas. Now, before we get into the discussion about how stupid this all is, just for clarification,
I'm trying to hold back, by the way. Go on.
Just for clarification, this only affects new contracts. So those 7 Chick-fil-A's on the Thruway are fine until I guess their contract will be up for renewal. And I saw one of them is like 33 years from now. So
Good.
Wow.
Whatever.
Yeah.
State assembly member, and apparently New York assembly member is one word, so learn to spell.
Oh, there you go.
Tony Simone, Democrat, said, quote, look, if you want to eat fried chicken while traveling over the holidays, then Chick-fil-A should be open on Sunday. Look, if you want to drive a Ferrari down the street, then they should sell them for lower prices.
Oh my God. These people are such.
All right, John, I'm gonna defer to Matt because he's gonna kick me to the table.
Fine. Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I'm going to die over here. I don't know why these people.
Please.
This is what we're talking about, right? When we're talking about politicians being complete and total tools. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for saying it, because I was very close of just going way over the edge. I don't understand why they have to interject themselves in stuff that doesn't matter. Chick-fil-A, from a business perspective, says, you know what? We're going to close on Sundays because we want to give our employees time with their families. Their prerogative. That's their goal. They make great chicken sandwiches. It sucks when I have the craving for it.
It's always on Sunday, too. Yeah, it's always on Sunday. Yeah.
Want a chicken sandwich, right? Or I want a milkshake. Gosh, darn it, I got to wait until Monday. And I hate that. But why? Why does New York have to interject themselves and say, well, no, it's a total inconvenience. We have to make sure that everybody is open. The same thing. I'm done. It's already 2024, and I'm already done, John.
I know.
This is not going to be a good year. It's not going to be a good year, John.
Shall we smash our root beer bottles? Have a fight?
I don't know what to make of this. It's just they just have to interject themselves in every nook and cranny.
That is the absolute best point you could bring up in this, and this is what I wanted to talk about. The language. The language pisses me off. Like, because people travel, it's inappropriate to have a restaurant not open. Like, go yourself. Like, there are other options. Like, why do you have to be that person that comes around? Like, I know what's better for everybody else. We're just going to force it to happen. We're going to make it happen because this is the way it should be. Like, harsh language, just, I know better than you. That's all they do. It's why New York is a shithole. Because you have a billion politicians like this. I know better than you. I can fix it because it should be this way. Nobody gives a shit if Chick-fil-A is not open on Sunday while you're driving on that road. Trust me, they don't care.
Yeah. They will go to a Wendy's. They will go to a McDonald's. They'll go to any other.
They will figure it out.
They'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay. Okay, breathe.
What I thought was hysterical was this whole notion about, if the rest stop is, people are stopping at a rest stop, then the restaurant should be open. And if you're stopping there on a Sunday, it should be open on a Sunday. I've traveled for hockey and business and other kinds of trips.
Yeah.
And I've gone to rest stops at like 9 o'clock at night where nothing is open except the little like snack store where all you can get to eat is Cheerios.
Yeah.
Okay. If that were the real issue, then the restaurant should be open 24 hours a day, shouldn't they? Because people are stopping at the rest stop at all times.
Yeah.
I'm sure truckers are stopping at these places. They'd like to have something to eat at 2 a.m.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep the restaurants open for 24 hours if that's your logic. This is political vengeance against Chick-fil-A. This is what this is.
Sorry,
Yes.
I'm not going to make it. I'm telling you right now. It's sorry, 2024. I'm not going to make it, man. You guys are going to have to drive me kicking and screaming the entire time. It's going to be good, man.
The reality is, I doubt the New York State highway system is losing money on rent. I'm sure they're not discounting Chick-fil-A's rent just because they're not open on Sunday.
I traveled up, like I said, up there in New York State last year. I didn't see one Chick-fil-A off of like a on-ramp or off-ramp. It was pretty much like gas stations. We were traveling right in the middle, right heart of the state, around Cooperstown, and you go all the way up. We were heading up to like Lake George area, and it was just nothing but your typical, hole-in-the-wall restaurants. And they were tremendous, and they were fantastic up there. A little pricey, but they were really, really good. They had great food up there. I'm not stopping. If I'm going to New York, I'm not stopping off at a Chick-fil-A, to get something to eat. Maybe if it's along the way, fine. But it's like, I'm not going to go out of I'm not going to thank the New York State legislature for keeping Chick-fil-A open. But I have a multitude of options, for God's sake.
But you better thank them because they're doing it for you. Because that is what they're doing. They're doing it for you, so you better thank them.
No.
That's the other thing. This idiot assembly member who introduced the bill, if you want to eat fried chicken while traveling over the holidays, Chick-fil-A should be open on Sundays. Popeyes is open on Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, I can get good fried chicken at Popeyes.
Yeah, Popeyes good fried chicken.
He's open on Sundays. I can get decent fried chicken at KFC.
Well,
Yeah. But what's the difference? Why go after Chick-fil-A? Because they go after Chick-fil-A because they're closed on Sundays, and that pisses everybody off.
Yep.
For some reason.
Yep.
They don't
Well,
like
it's
it.
because they have a brain of their own.
Yeah. What were you going to say? Oh, sorry, John. I was talking over you. What were you going to say there?
They have a brain of their own, and they make their own decisions, and they run their company the way they want to run their company.
No doubt.
That's why Democrats don't like them. They'll eat their chicken, but they don't like them.
Well, can we also just real quick, the other half of this, Lindsey Graham, calm the F down.
Oh,
is he going nuts over this, or
he's like me? He's making intentional trips to New York just so he can pose in front of Chick-fil-A.
Of course.
I'm telling you, I can't. Oh my God.
Chick-fil-A to Lindsey Graham is what the border is to Ted Cruz. Just shut up. Just shut up. Already, we get it.
2 topics in, and I'm not going to make it. I'll tell you right now.
Look, like I said, we all love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
We all get craving on Sunday.
Yep.
Just deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay? There are other places open at the rest stop, unless you run the shitty rest stops, and Chick-fil-A is the only place that can actually hold business. I mean, you go to the Willow Grove Mall.
Yeah.
Where's the line? It's at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why? Because it's the best stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's your problem, get some better restaurants in there into your chain.
Yeah.
But until then, just I'm closed on Sundays, Greg. If you open me,
I'm happy to say I've come down, guys. I'm fine.
Good.
Landed, I think.
good, because we don't want you angry when I have to give the news that Two Noobs Talking's website,
There you go.
Two Noobs Talking.wordpress.com exists. And so you can go there, find links to our episodes. You can stop that.
I'm trying to like it up front there. Sorry.
Find links to our episodes on YouTube, as well as find audio links where you can get our audio podcast. If your favorite is not listed there, you can get our RSS feed, put that in your podcatcher. That'll take you where you need to go. That's twonoobstalking.wordpress.com. You have any other weird gestures you want to make before we go to topic 3?
Hey, let's just move it on. Okay. Let's do it. What? Let's do it.
But bring this bottle next time you hand it over here.
Gotta send Steve a sedative pack for Matt.
And quick.
It won't arrive here in time.
We'll see what Amazon can do.
Topic 3. Thank you. Weird file? Yay.
I guess I'd qualify this as a weird file.
It's California, so yes, it's a weird file. It's just the state of California.
We're done praising Gavin Newsom. Now we're Reuters article, gentlemen.
I love that.
California approves rules for converting sewage waste to drinking water. California regulators cleared the way for widespread use of advanced filtration and treatment facilities designed to convert sewage waste into pure drinking water that can be pumped directly into systems feeding millions of household taps.
Ooh, boy.
Now, I know what you're thinking. But a number of communities have for years been blending highly purified wastewater into aquifers and reservoirs before people can drink it.
Okay.
A practice known in the parlance of engineers and resource managers as indirect potable reuse. So they clean the wastewater, it goes into an aquifer. What's an aquifer? And, sorry.
Sounds like water.
And from the aquifer, it goes to the drinking. So it's
Makes
indirect
sense. Yeah.
re-sewage.
There you go.
Filter. Got it.
Right. But this 69-page document approved last week provides a legal and regulatory framework for direct potable reuse, allowing the end product of advanced purification to be fed straight into drinking water systems without first making a stop into some kind of environmental buffer. Pre-treated waste discharge goes through intense microfiltration, reverse osmosis, and disinfection by ultraviolet light and hydrogen. The new regulations mandate an additional ozone disinfectant process and biological carbon filtration. Greater pathogen removal and stricter monitoring is also required. So your tap water will now cost $1.5 billion.
Yes, it will.
You gonna drink this, John?
No, not until they fix the rolling blackouts. I love how they put climate change in here. They haven't fixed their first issues with that. With their 2035, we're gonna have all electric cars, but nobody can plug in an iron at this point in California. Now they want to take shit water and throw it into your kitchen faucet.
Oh my gosh.
This is the same thing all over again. They've lost their mind. They have no idea what they're doing. Their state is entirely too big. They don't know what they're doing. Everybody's leaving. They have no money to do any of this, but they just keep saying, climate change, we're going to change this. You drink poopy water. Shut up.
I mean, might as well, right, John? I mean,
if I'm a failing politician, this is my playbook.
That's what you do.
This is literally my playbook.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, if I'm living in California, I think I'm investing in zero water, very quickly.
Aquafina.
I am putting...
What about 2 hours, God?
Exactly.
I forgot about it. I want to make sure.
Giant water.
I'm going out and by myself, probably get arrested for this, cutting the line that's coming into my house if I live in California, and I'm capping off a filter, like a good 1 micron filter that might be like this big, each foot all the way into my house, if this is what happens.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Filter, not, we've decided to use UV because filters don't work.
Because, well, why not? Because we were out of options, I guess. I don't know.
Well, climate change. You can't use metal anymore because climate change.
No.
Filters won't remove the shit taste from the water. So you got to take other measures.
No,
I got bad news for you, John. I got bad news for you, pal.
Go for it.
Texas
Uh-oh.
is the only U.S. state to have previously approved direct potable recycling.
Interesting.
With two
Good thing I don't
small-scale
drink water here.
You drink beer instead. Now I get it. All these years, it's
detoxing the system from the water. That's all. Killing everything. That's why I sound the way I do.
Yes.
Well, you realize the alcohol in the beer kills the fecal matter.
Yes.
And
I have filter. This is what I'm doing. That's what the big tummy is.
Oh, man.
so Texas has 2 small-scale systems that went online in 2014 to serve towns stricken by drought-caused water emergency. Good thing Glenn moved out of Colorado, because Colorado has also developed relatively limited guidelines for those projects.
Well,
apparently, this technology for purifying wastewater is similar to that used in desalination, which is when you take salt water and take salt or whatever. But apparently recycling sewage is much more environmentally friendly than treating ocean water, which probably also has pee and poo in it anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
I go swimming in it, but I'm not drinking it.
No.
At least not intentional.
At least hope not. Yeah, exactly.
Next time I go in the ocean, I'm gonna wear a filter mask. I'm gonna look like Bane from Dark Knight Rises when I go in.
If you're sending gifts, get Steve scuba gear immediately so he can go swim in the ocean.
Oh, I seem to have cut my foot on a seashore.
Oh my gosh.
In all seriousness, though, poop water. What? Is this the best we could do?
No.
No.
I understand they're trying to make strides to help. And the technology isn't as, I know I'm joking about it. It's not as bad as it seems. This is a good step forward. Just California, stop saying it's for climate change when you can't fix anything up. And then we'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with them attempting this. Let's hope they've done more research than just California is like, we'll just one direct, it's going right in your home. Like, we're relying on UV only. Like, I'm sure digging deeper into this that they could make this work, but why aren't we using the old system?
It's not just UV, John. They have like 5 or 6 processes
filters.
This has to go through. I'm just concerned that, like I said, the top of the topic,
something might be missing through the cracks.
Not that it's missing.
Yeah.
I'm sure this can probably completely sterilize your water to the point where it's drinkable again.
But it's going to taste like crap.
It's going to taste like crap, but it's also going to cost.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. A ton.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. And guess who's going to be stuck with the bill at the end of the day?
Well, it's California. It's not me.
Well, yeah, it's California, but the people that are whoever are living in California, they will be stuck with that bill in the form of taxes, fees, whatever the case may be, on their water bill. I mean, it's not good. It's like, it's a catch-22. Well, you really want clear water, we're going to have to charge you for it because of all these environmental fees and all this other stuff. And it's like,
that's where the BS comes in.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah. We're back to the BS again. I thought we left.
No.
Look, why don't you just inject the ringworm directly into my hand? Don't force me to drink shit water to get it.
Yeah.
You may have noticed.
That'll be great to edit out. Or edit in.
You may have noticed the visitor here. He's here to protect us from the bullshit now.
He's 3 topics too late.
Yeah, sorry.
My favorite character of all time.
In earlier. All right, topic 4. We're going to get in a lighter note here. 2024. You be the commissioner, because we've got some people in the biz throwing out some ideas to change some rules in the NFL. We've got some actual rule changes in the MLB coming up, so we're going to touch on that. And each of us is going to bring what we would change as commissioner, because this all started because Matt's dad, who should run for president,
Yes.
Kind of
had a weird rule change. I'm not still quite sure I know how it helps, but we'll have to
do my best to explain it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. But first, we want to get, because John thought this was interesting. A.J. Brown, receiver, Philadelphia Eagles. After playing, was this after the Christmas?
Maybe after the Christmas Day games, yeah.
Which was on Monday. Christmas Day was on a Monday.
Yep.
He wants to get rid of Monday Night Football.
Ditch it.
Yes.
Ditch it.
Yep.
I got him 100%. Let's go. Let's get rid of it right now. I'm perfectly okay with it. I wouldn't miss it.
Disruption to player schedules, which can lead to injuries. It says then you're on a short week for the next week typically.
Yep.
Unless you're the Cowboys playing the Eagles, you get 10 days off.
Yeah.
Before.
No bitterness there.
There is no way in hell Roger Goodell's ever going to end Monday Night Football. No. In fact, he's probably thinking about starting Tuesday Night Football.
Yeah. And Wednesday.
Yeah. So that's not going to happen. But we, as responsible commissioners, we will make good rule changes. And we'll start with Matt's dad first, because he was first to the show, even though he's not on the show.
There you go. Gentlemen, just shouting out to you. He had a suggestion Christmas night to the family. He said, instead of 15-minute quarters, I would want it to be 12-minute quarters for two reasons. One, less chance of injury. Basically, you're reducing the number by 3 minutes per quarter. Less plays. You're not going to get injured as much. I thought, seems pretty interesting conversation. I would think it would shorten the game time for sure, because normally an NFL game usually lasts like 3.5 hours.
That I'm not so sure.
There you go.
I don't think.
Yeah. That was pretty much like the reasoning. He wanted to reduce the amount of time spent watching the game, essentially from like 3 hours to maybe 2.5 or something like that, probably.
Which I'm
but
all
then you're
for.
also cutting down you're cutting down the number of plays, in terms of, and so you're going to have less injuries for your players. Now, probably the only downside to that would be, you're taking away a half an hour minimum, let's just say, from NFL game time.
See, I don't think that would translate.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Fewer plays, and so therefore less chance of injury.
Yep.
But I don't think whacking 3 minutes off of each quarter is going to significantly reduce the amount of time that the game is on.
No, because they're going to over promote it, because they're going to take that 30 minutes as a loss, and you're going to get so many. It will definitely cut down on the play, because they got to get their commercials in. So you're going to get toilet paper commercials while the quarterback is under center, and it's going to get ugly. They're going to be putting logos on top of people. It's not going to be the Philadelphia Eagles anymore. One quarter is going to be the Philadelphia toilet paper makers, and then the next time it's going to be, Snickers.
That sounds sponsored by Tasty Cakes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like when you see someone yell, they're gonna put a Snickers right in their mouth and then do a commercial right around that player. They will bastardize this game if you cut their time, because they're evil.
Yeah, I think the worst thing you would want to see would be something like in the Canadian Football League, where you have like advertisements on the field. I've seen that, like they superimpose them on the field.
I'm shocked that hasn't arrived yet.
I don't even know why it hasn't.
Game.
Yeah,
they do it at NHL games with the boards. Even if they're playing in Vancouver, you still see Pico advertisements on the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so if you're the commission, what would your change be at the end?
Well, I thought about that, and I thought, like, I'm old school, so I would ditch the whole 17-week regular season. I would go 16 games, revert back to that a little bit, and I would ditch Thursday Night Football. I know Amazon paid a crap ton of money for it. I'd refund it. I'd be like, you know what? We don't need to subject our players to additional, crap during the entire week and a half or whatever. They have this mini bye, and then they got to, no, enough of that. I'm done with the Thursday Night Football. I'm done with it. I don't think it has added any sort of value to it. Even if you replace Al Michaels with a brand new play-by-play guy, it's still not going to be watchable television. It's just not.
Does anybody like Thursday Night Football?
No, I forget that it's on every Thursday.
Yeah.
Every Thursday. And then I remember on Friday, and I'm like, damn, I kind of wanted to watch that because there was fantasy, but I forgot. Because it's during the week. We don't have time for that garbage.
Yeah.
It's for betting.
Right.
The Thursday Night Football is literally for betting, because bettors don't have anything to do Tuesday and Wednesday. They're too busy, basketball, hockey. Thursday is like the big, like, I'm going to get my money back from Monday kind of thing. That's the only reason they put it in, is for betting.
I've reduced the preseason to 2 games. I don't think there's no need for 3 or 4. I think 2 is just fine.
Man,
I know.
Yeah.
But it's
How
like,
the hell are they going to charge $150?
$150?
Yes. How are they
Making
going to
money.
charge $155 for a preseason game if you're just only 2 of them? It's going to have to be $1,000.
Yeah, right. We're talking Taylor Swift money now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, John, what do you have? What would you change?
I have a couple things. I'm going to go with I want to adopt the college rule because I know the NFL won't allow me to bring the kickoffs back the way they used to be, where, there actually could be returns, there actually be hits and everything. So they're not allowing that. So what I want to bring in the college rule that behind the 20-yard line, if you call a fair catch, you just get it at the 25. Because the plays that I've seen, and we have one of the best returners. The Eagles have one of the best return guys, even punt and kick, and they're awful.
Nope.
So I couldn't imagine with teams that don't have guys that actually can field things and run forward are going.
Oh, you're saying
No, I'm just saying we have guys that can return properly. The NFL, there's nobody in the NFL that can return. No, this is kickoff.
I got confused. Oh,
this is kickoff.
Well, you can call a fair catch.
No, but it doesn't get
line.
pushed up to the 25.
Yeah,
did it?
And the Eagles did. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that was a recent rule that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, because he fielded the kick at the 10-yard line.
And he called
they did it for me
I'm
then.
like,
Awesome. Good.
Yeah.
They did it for me because that's a college rule that I love in college.
Not a big fan of it.
Yeah,
they ruin the return game so badly. That's the only thing that can save it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that can save. Can you catch? Get back there. So moving on, moving on, since that already happened, good. I'm glad Roger Goodell fixed that for me. Thanks, appreciate you, dude.
Even though he's racist, go on.
Yes. Oh, he's total racist. The only other thing I would fix is their weird uniform rule. I want to get rid of the whole thing, like that you have to have this and you can't have this and you can't wear shoes. AJ Brown got fined one time because he was wearing shoes that weren't regulation. I had to change them.
Man, couldn't wear United. This high top. Yeah.
If he's wearing a helmet that you say is supposed to be worn, and he's wearing the jersey, and it's going back to the Dennis Rodman thing where they were trying to fine him because he had different color hair. Like they should. Their gloves and their shoes and the visor should be left to personal preference for the play. It's the NFL is too ridiculous about, your shoes were too pink or they were too green. Oh, they're affecting the camera. Like, get over yourself. This was the whole thing that got you in trouble with T.O. with the Sharpie when you wouldn't allow players to express themselves. And then you did that for 3 years, and then you stopped it, and you were like, team celebrations are in now. Like, knock off the bullshit. Like, allow these players to express themselves.
The number of rule changes, in particular, celebrations a bit.
Yeah.
Not a big fan.
I'm not a big fan of celebrations.
Yeah.
Before I give mine, I have to confess, I learned something that I didn't know last weekend.
Okay.
Apparently, a member of the Green Bay Packers went out for the coin toss and almost screwed something up.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So apparently, if you win the coin toss, you either can make your choice then, or defer and make your choice at the second half. But what I didn't realize was the other team also gets a choice. And so if you say, I'm going to kick to start the game,
yes,
that means they get to decide whether they want to kick or receive at the second half. So you might be kicking both halves if you say, I'm going to kick.
Yeah.
What you say is defer. I always thought defer meant we're just deferring possession of the ball till the second half.
No, it means you're deferring the choice to them.
Yeah, that's really weird to me, and I don't know why they make that rule. And it should just be kick or receive if you win the coin toss.
Yes.
Just be at the end of it.
Yeah,
yes.
I agree.
Because who in their right mind is going to, all right, I won the coin toss, I will defer. And you say, I'm going to kick off. And then my choice comes around in the second half, and I say, well, I want to receive. So you're kicking off again. Who in their right mind is going to kick off twice?
Yeah.
Well, they had the ball. We had the ball plenty in the first half. I'm going to kick off.
by the way, too, that should also, I would outlaw the entire coin toss. I would say it's up to the home team to make the decision. You only bring out the coin for your neutral site Super Bowl games.
Or overtime. Overtime should be a coin
even
toss.
at overtime, it's the home team. The home team gets to decide it.
Home field advantage.
Home field advantage.
There you go. Okay.
I like
home field advantage.
Now, with that being said, I scoured the rules yesterday trying to think of an idea.
Love it.
To bring, but I'm just back where I was the last time we did this, which is if you were on offense and the defense takes a penalty, the penalty yardage has to be sufficient to get you past the line to gain.
Yes.
In order for you to get a first down.
So no automatic first down.
No automatic first down. Yes.
I am so sick of it's 3rd and 20. You call it ticky-tack, illegal contact penalty on a guy, and you only get 5 yards, but it's an automatic first down early off. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is dumb. That is dumb.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, that's a pain in the butt.
It ruins the momentum of the game.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
So
for the viewer, I'm not saying for the team. Like it definitely.
All right, you had illegal contact, 5 yards. And now it's 3rd and 15 instead of 3rd and 20. That should be the end of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agree.
Like the automatic first down is such a draconian award for some of the stupid penalties. Even pass interference, as long as the pass interference happened beyond the first down marker, okay, fine.
Yep.
The yardage was sufficient. But if the pass interference takes place 10 yards away from the marker, you only get those 10 yards.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Totally agree with you. All right. Moving on to Major League Baseball now. Where last year they made some significant rule changes, particularly the pitch clock introduction, which I loved.
I do not hate it after a season. I absolutely love the pitch clock.
Yeah, it's so cool to watch a game and not have to wait 2 minutes for a pitcher to stare at home plate before he throws a pitch.
Especially because we have Aaron Nola as a pitcher.
And he struggled with it actually at the beginning part of the season, but then he turned it on later on.
He did. Yeah. Craig Kimbrell never figured it out.
No, not once.
No. So, well, he's in Baltimore now, so that
good luck in Baltimore.
He's way to reach 400 saves. Knock it out. So MLB has approved some new rule changes for the upcoming season. None as drastic as last year. Here's what they got. They're reducing the on-base pitch clock. So when a runner is on, this past season the pitcher was allowed 20 seconds to begin delivery. This season they're taking it down to 18.
Okay.
The rationale behind that was apparently the average delivery last season with a man on base began with 7.3 seconds left on the clock. So they figured, we'll shave another 2 seconds off.
Not that big of a deal. Okay.
Personally, I think that's just kind of stupid, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it or leave it.
Also, they're also increasing the width of the running lane to first base, which I will also confess I did not know was a thing until they did something on Trey Turner having been called out for interference in the World Series years ago because he was running on the line, which is where I thought you were supposed to
run.
Where
he was supposed to run? Yeah, like for your training to run? Yeah, the line. Run down the line. That's what they call it.
Those 2 lines you see to first base, which I never quite understood. You're supposed to run between those 2 lines. Oh, okay. We're making that wider. That's good. I do like this one. 1 fewer mound visit per game.
In favor of that.
I'm in favor.
Yeah.
It was nice not to have so many of those last
year. Yeah.
Also, they are going to start the pitch clock the pitch clock for the next batter. Once the pitcher has the ball, he does not have to be on the mound.
I like that.
So a pitcher cannot waste time by catching the ball, circling the mound, and then stepping on for the clock.
Okay.
All right. So now we are the MLB Rob Manfred commissioners. I just wanted to say that.
Yes.
That's okay.
He hadn't been pissed off enough in the last
10 minutes.
Yeah. I'll go first since I went last on the last one.
Go for it.
Okay.
So here's mine. This is drastic. So be ready for this.
Okay. Breathing.
In the 9th inning or later, you can, as the hitting team, send whoever you want to the plate.
I have no issues with that.
We could send Bryce Harper to the plate, and he may be batting 7th in the lineup.
Yes.
So you're like, you know what? The hell with it.
Yes.
Get him on base.
Similar to like shootout kind of thing. Like you can send, like you send your shootout squad. like hockey, like you decide who does the shootout.
Exactly.
I like that. I would make me want to stay up and watch extra innings of baseball because they're adding something that is kind of home run derby-esque because you're gonna put Schwarber, Bryce Harper, you know what I mean? You're gonna put those guys right immediately in there.
I mean, it's very annoying when you have a really good game and you come up to the 9th inning and it's like, well, Christian Pache's coming up.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, I want to see Bryce Harper versus their best closer. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to see in the 9th inning.
Well, if you get to put your closer in, I think you should be able to put your hitter in.
Yeah. So 9th inning or later innings, it reminds me of do you speak of the shootout?
Yeah.
USA versus Russia back in 2014 when TJ Oshie went over and over and over again.
I'm all for that.
You can't do that. You can't do it exactly like that in baseball because you have to have, Bryce can't hit if he's already on second base.
Yes.
No ghost run.
I would say that you put your 3, right? And you can't duplicate your 3. So if it's a 10th inning, you say, I want X, Y, and Z. You can't use them in the 11th inning, but you can then use them in the 12th inning again, as long as they're not on base.
No,
and we're only talking regular season, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. But I would disagree. I think you could do it however you want. It's just you have to send all 9 hitters to the plate in an inning before you can come back around.
Okay.
So if you send Bryce to hit first in the 9th inning, you can't send him back up again, even if he's not on base, until you've gone through all your 9 bats.
Is that throughout the innings?
Per
inning. So you could start him off in 11, 12. He could start off every inning.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yes, he could.
There you go.
He could. Yes.
Cool.
So that's my solution.
I like it.
All right, Matt, what do you got?
I guess for the MLB, I mean, I would maybe make one tweak to the postseason tournament. I would make the wild card round 1 game single elimination playoff. 1 game single elimination, higher seed as home field. But then I would make Division Series, League Championship, World Series, best of 7s. So I would increase the number of Division Series games, but lessen the amount of the wild card series. So instead of a best of 3, best of 5. Single elimination for the wild card, then Division Series is best of 7. So you're increasing.
I don't hate that at all.
This sounds like an Atlanta Braves apology.
I wanted to kind of give a little there to Atlanta for feeling bad, and also for Los Angeles, because a lot of pressure is on them to try and win the series. You know, I
don't give a shit.
Well, I'm just saying.
I hope they lose to Arizona again next year.
I hope so too. I'm just saying. You know,
not with the team they have. Apparently, have you seen my
right
Instagram?
Now, with all that pressure? No, thank you.
Yeah, but when I heard Yamamoto signed with the Dodgers, the only thought I can think of was, so you have chosen to.
I would get rid of the deferred contract rule. I think the whole Shohei Ohtani thing.
Yeah.
As great as a player as he is, and he is a unicorn of a player, no question about it. The way the Dodgers went about it, to circumvent all of this stuff, it's like it's Barry Bonilla on Bobby Bonilla on steroids.
Yeah.
I would say you can defer it all you want, but your cost for the luxury tax is the average is the salary divided by years. Period. At the end of it.
Yes.
I don't care.
Yes.
You put all 700 after he retires.
Yeah.
He is.
I don't care when you pay
him.
Yeah, I don't care when you pay him, but you saying you're paying him should count when you say you're paying him. So if he signs a 14-year deal, it counts the 14 years from when you signed him to 14 years ends.
Yeah,
and it should count against your luxury tax because.
Yes.
I mean, that Middleton, if they're doing that, let's sign 8 more All-Stars and pay them in 2065.
Then we'll find out how we're hated like the Yankees. You know,
that's fine. At least we'll have 8 bench players that should be starters on other teams. Won't have so many issues in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, John, round it out for us. What are you changing as MLB commish?
Taking the second base start in extra innings with your rule and removing him from the field. If they don't adopt your rule, I'm moving him to first base. But if we're adopting your rule, he's back on the bench because it's home run derby time. and I would rather that end a game than. I just think it's stupid.
Automatic run on second.
Yes, yeah. I think it's absolutely stupid to start a player on second. I mean, that's the statistic probably say I'm wrong, but it just seemed very simple for a team like the Phillies watching them all year. It was a single and the game was over. Like it just we've got 4 good hitters. One of them was going to get a single. You know what I mean? Oh, game over. Look, we won again. Like, it seemed very cheap. It absolutely seemed very cheap.
Especially if you're manufacturing. Both teams know how to manufacture runs. Yeah. Punt the guy over, knock in the single or sac fly. I mean, it was kind of, I could see the constant, be repetition over and over and over again. You're never going to get to the end of it, that kind of a deal. So,
yeah, I think when they introduced it first, it was, you could go all these innings and not score a run, and you're just going to go on and on and on. But I think with the way it's set up now, it's like, well, everybody's just going to score that guy from second.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that's going to be. It's just going to go on and on because.
So instead of getting shut out for every extra inning, instead of getting shut out for every extra inning, everybody's scoring 1 run every extra inning, and you still do it.
And the Phillies used it the right way. Is they would just move the runner. The first runner would be moved, like the second guy would be moved to third on a fly ball. And then it's even easier to move him over because now all you need is a ground down.
Or another fly ball.
Yeah, another fly ball scores them. And now you're on. It's stupid. You shouldn't. Second base is sacred to me. If we don't use Steve's rule, he goes back to first. You got to at least get him to second. So a bunt or a hit ball somewhere needs to move this guy. That's my rule.
Yeah, good change.
There. Yep. All right. And with that, we bring episode 170. Did I say that before?
Yeah, you did.
I did?
Yeah. I think you did, yeah.
What?
All right, well,
70.
Well, we bring episode 170 to a close. Matt has taken his Xanax sedatives.
Guys, I want to thank both of you for allowing me to get through this entire episode without flying off the handle.
I'm just glad we did this and you didn't reach across and punch me while you were angry about it.
Yeah, well.
So that's a positive.
That is a positive, thank God.
Positive. Well, we will see you next week for episode 171, where hopefully we'll be on the lighter side of the news. But if not, at least Matt will be back home. I will be. So until then, we say we'll see you sometime. So, choking.
Hey everyone, thank you for spending time with us here at Two Noobs Talking. If you want more episodes of Two Noobs, our entire catalog of our podcasts are available here on our YouTube channel, or you could search for us out on your favorite podcast listening platforms such as Apple, Google, and Samsung Podcasts, along with YouTube Music and iHeartRadio, among others. Hey, while you're there, would you mind leaving us with a 5-star review? Have a great week, and we'll see you again next week with another great episode of Two Noobs Talking. Take care.